I have 4 primers. The first one is the Mermaid Skin Gel UV by CanMake, and I have it in the shade 01 Clear. This is more like a sunscreen to me, but it can be used as a primer too, so I put it in this category. I absolutely love this. I'm on my 22nd tube and I will keep buying it. Next is also by CanMake, the Marshmallow Keep Base in 01 Beige. I'm nearly finished, so I will use it up, but I will never buy it again. Then I have the Perfecting Primer Serum Skin Tune Blur by Farsali. It's nearly expired, so I really need to use it up. I only have a bit left, so it shouldn't be too hard. I don't think you can buy this anymore. Crazy expensive, but I do like it. Now comes my absolute fave primer, the Face Edition Skin Base for Oily Skin by Etuse. I'm on my 3rd bottle and it's around $17, which isn't exactly cheap, but the performance is just amazing. So I have 4 primers at the moment. I will use up 2 soon and be left with just my faves, and that feels good. Foundation, I have 3. The Creamy Foundation Stick in the shade 02 Natural Beige by CanMake. This is actually my 2nd stick. The H2O Ample Foundation by Vili in the shade Light. This was gifted. I've actually started using this again and it is a bit old, so I really need to use it up before it expires. The Interstellar Powder Foundation by Zusi in the shade 10 Natural. When I can't be bothered to wet a sponge, I just use this with a brush and it gives me a natural coverage. I'm happy with having 3. I think it's a realistic number and I have a good variety. Hopefully I will use one up. Concealer, I have 2. The Hydrating Camo Concealer and the 16-Hour Camo Concealer by e.l.f. Cosmetics. Both in the shade Fair Warm. One I love and one I hate, and I will talk about it in a future video. I'm not really a concealer person, so I don't need any more. Powder, I have 5. The No Sebum Mineral Powder by Innisfree. This is the best powder that I have used in my life, but they're not cruelty free, so it's a pain. If any of you know one that's similar and cruelty free, please tell me in the comments below. By the way, I've nearly finished the blue one. The Oil Control Face Powder in the shade 04 Pearl White. This is by Zusi and it's not that good, but I want to keep trying it for now. The Unicorn Series Pressed Powder by Flower Nose. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous, the inside is a beauty and the powder works well too. The Silky Loose Moist Powder in the shade 01 Natural Beige by CanMake. This is fairly new to my collection and I like it a lot, so I'm using it nearly every day. I will probably use one up and I'm not really a powder person, so I definitely don't need to add anything to my collection. Brow products, I have 2. The Perfect Airy Eyebrow Pencil in the shade 01 Bitter Brown. And the Color Change Eyebrow Mascara in the shade 05 Ash Brown, both by CanMake. Love them both, don't really think I need to experiment or expand. I have 1 eyeshadow base, the Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer in the shade Sheer by e.l.f. Cosmetics. I've nearly finished it, so I do want to stock up on it. Eyeshadow. I used to have around 250 eyeshadows and that was too much, but this is too much too. I have the Duochrome Eyeshadow Single in the shade Hiss Hiss Bitch by Georgie Cosmetics. Then I have the Perfect Stylist Eyes eyeshadow palette in 19 Urban Copper by CanMake. This is their old packaging and old formula. I've nearly finished this one up and I wanted a new one, but I couldn't find it anywhere and then my friend found it for me. That's why I have a brand new one. I have 3 Silky Soufflé Eyes eyeshadow quads by CanMake. These are the shimmer type. 06 Topaz Pink, 07 Nectarine Orange, and 09 Urban Khaki. Then I have a matte quad in M02 Chai Brick. The Ukiyo Modern Eyeshadow Palette by RMK, I have 03 Senjushiku. As you can see, I've hit pan on all shades and I intend to keep using it. The Liquid Metallic Eyeshadow in the shade Big Dipper. and the No Budge Shadow Stick in the shade Golden Goddess, both by e.l.f. Cosmetics. The Divine Skies eyeshadow palette by M Cosmetics. I have Magic Hour, Faded Clementine, and Venetian Rose. The bite-sized eyeshadow quads by e.l.f. Cosmetics. I have Cream and Sugar, which I just dropped before filming. Berry Bad, Hot Jalapeno, and Truffles. The 9-color Stunning Crystal Eyeshadow Palette in J14 Purple Margarita by Zusi. The Sunrise Palette by Natasha Denona, and the Bronze Palette by Natasha Denona. This was gifted. Compared to before, I have way less eyeshadows, but I just don't want to expand. I really want to use what I have, and I think I have all the colors I need. Mascara base, I have one. The Lasting Curl Mascara by Cezanne. I only need this base in my life, so I will keep purchasing this one. Mascara, I have two. The Volume Lash Mascara in Black by Cezanne. And for my bottom lashes, I use the Quick Lash Curler Separate in 02 Black by CanMake. I seriously only need the two I have, so I won't be trying any new ones for the time being. Eyeliner, I have 4, all by CanMake. The Creamy Touch Liner in the shades 04 Garnet Burgundy, 05 Bitter Caramel, and 07 Azuki Brown. I also have the 3-way Slim Eye Rouge Liner in 02 Sheer Orange. I love every single one, and I will repurchase when I run out. Glitter liners, I have 4. These are the Glitter Illumination liners by a Japanese brand called Sippy Sippy, and the shades are 01 Pink Beige, 02 Twinkle Star, 03 Pink Sparkle, and 04 Midnight Sugar. The shades apart from 04 were gifted. I do really enjoy these, I just hope they don't dry up yet. Bronzer, I have 3. First, the Putty Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines by e.l.f. Cosmetics. Then the Natural Cheek N in the shade 19 Pale Beige and 20 Ginger. These are by Cezanne. They're actually a blush, but I use it as a bronzer. I'm not really a bronzer person, so I don't see myself using any of these up, but I do want to make the pan bigger in the ones by Cezanne. Wish me luck. Blush, I have 14. The Heaven's Glow Radiant Blush by M Cosmetics. I have the shades Magic Hour, Faded Clementine, and Venetian Rose. Cream Cheeks by CanMake. I have the shades 14 Apple Cream Red, 20 Bitter Chocolate, 21 Tangerine Tea, 22 Mikan Sorbet, P01 Peach Dazzle, CL01 Clear Red Heart, CL05 Clear Happiness, CL08 Clear Cute Strawberry. These are also by CanMake. The Glow Fleur Cheeks in the shades 15 Copper Floor and 16 Lilac Floor. Then the putty blush in the shade Tahiti by e.l.f. Cosmetics. Cream blush is easier to use up. I've hit pan on 2 and I do see myself using them up. Highlighters I have 10. The Shimmering Glow Powder Highlighter in the shades H05 Polaris and S02 Daylight, both by Zusi. This is the Glow Highlight and Cheek in the shade Honolulu by Girl Cult. 2 from Romand, the See-Through Veil Lighter in the shades 01 Sun-Kissed Veil and 02 Moon-Kissed Veil. 2 from Cezanne, the Pearl Glow Highlight in the shades 01 Champagne Beige and 04 Shell Pink. 3 from e.l.f. Cosmetics, the Baked Highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls. The Jelly Highlighter in the shades Cloudy and Dew. I'm happy with this number and I want to stay below 10. Face palette I just have one, the contouring blush and bronzing powder in the shade Fiji Matte from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I used to have so many palettes, so I'm actually happy that I only have this one, and I don't like face palettes anymore, so I know I won't expand at all. Lip products I have 9, 5 of them are lip gloss. The Fruity Pure Oil Lip in the shade 04 Strawberry Soda from CanMake. The lip lacquer in the shade Bubbles, and the Retro Paradise Dream On lip gloss in the shade Strawberry Daiquiri, both from e.l.f. Cosmetics. The Venom lip gloss in the shades Anti-Venom and Rich Trip from Georgie Cosmetics. I have 3 bullet lipsticks, the Melty Luminous Rouge in the shade T07 Ginger Orange from CanMake. The Brulee lip tint in the shade 02 Reddish Chocolat from Sippy Sippy, a Japanese brand. The Silky lip in the shade Ready Red from Silly, a Korean brand. Then I have 1 lip tint, the Juicy Liar Water Tint in the shade 02 Cherry Crush from Lily by Red. I wear a lot of lip products now than ever and I've used up quite a lot recently, so I will film an empties video soon. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.